Hi team, welcome back. I just thought I'd do a real quick video on update on the 150 build. We're kind of like at stage one, or completed stage one of the build, which is basically, you can drive it off road and take it camping. So just thought I'd go over what we've done so far and why we've done it. It's not like a build video, it's just a sort of reasons why video. Okay, so first of all, it's a 2021 VX 150 with the spare, the tailgate, which indicates that you've got the long-range fuel tank in it, 150 litres, which we find particularly useful being in regional area. We do a lot of Ks, so it works out really well for us. It's the VX, so it's got all the, or most of the sort of creature comforts in there, but without the KDSS suspension and without the sunroof and the air suspension, which is just an unnecessary complication in my view. To get us going, in the meantime, we've done wheels, tyres, roof rack, awning, and some stuff for the box that's come off the Jeep, and we'll go through each of those one at a time. Okay, so we'll start off with wheels and tyres. Now, a bit of a contentious issue on the forums about this. There's a lot of arguing about what sizes scrub and what sizes don't scrub. I've done a bit of write-up on my Facebook page about why some tyres scrub and why some don't. Long story short, this wheel and tyre package does not scrub. This is the wheel is a Hammer ROH rim on a 12mm offset, and the size is 17 by 9 inch. The tyres are a 265 70/17 KM3. And there's been no scrubbing whatsoever. Long story short, just because tyres have the same specs and the same size, there's only a theoretical size. When you actually measure the tyres, they are not the same. Okay, so I'll just overlay a bit of footage here for you. So both these tyres have a 265 section width, apparently, according to the specs. You're telling me they got the same section width? I don't think so. I forgot to add why I went for the KM3. So they're appropriately load and speed rated for the vehicle. I'll put the stats up on the screen now. Some people might say muddy's overkill for a Prado that's touring. You could say that, but my opinion is get the most amount of grip as possible and the most durability as possible. Now, I've been running the KM3s on the Jeep for two and a half years now, and absolutely given them a hiding and have no issues with them at all. Now, one of the reasons why, and you got to with tyres, the ratings don't necessarily mean that they're a 3-ply sidewall, but until you actually get a cross section of the tyre, you don't know how thick those sidewalls are. And I'll just put one up on the screen now. And that's a comparison between the KO3 and the KM3. Now the KO3 is about, just the sidewall is about 50% thicker than the KO3. Now they're both 3-ply sidewalls, but as you can see, there's just blatantly more rubber on the KM3, which obviously means it's going to be easier, or it's less likely to get a puncture. And that's part of the main reason why I've chosen the KM3s again. They've been working great in the past. They're worth the money in, as far as I'm concerned. I'm getting the mileage. They've got the grip everywhere I need it, and they've just been absolutely no complaints with them at all. Are they the best? I don't know, but definitely I'm very confident with them. So got them again on the Prado. Okay, I've already done a video on it, but this is the ARB Base Rack. Chose it because basically I just think it's the best rack available these days. Tried a few different racks before. These element extrusion system, this dovetail system is awesome. It makes moving things around really easy if you need to do that, because I find that the T-slot systems tend to wear out after a while and things up getting jammed and they just become annoying. So I think this system seems better. Once you've got enough bits and pieces, I've got the same rack on the Jeep as well. Once you've got enough bits and pieces, it's great. Really good system. It's fully welded one piece, so it doesn't rattle or make any noise really. You will get a little bit of wind noise. But I find it's nothing significant. What we've got on here is just a few tie downs. and they can be moved around wherever you like. Gas bottle holder. I've just got the drifter awning. I took it off the Jeep while it's just in for repairs at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to actually put it back on the Jeep. Well, I don't know if I'm going to put an awning back on the Jeep. I might just go for a fly just to save a bit more weight. We've got a box that we can interchange between the Jeep and the Prado. So, and they got these quick release system or mounts here from McCormacks, which I really quite like. Just means I can swap the box over between the Jeep and the Prado easily. As you can see, it's got a panel on it with an Anderson plug. Yeah, and that carries all my recovery gear and a few other tools and things like that. So just in a place where it's easy to get to, well, anyone can get to it. It's not on the inside of the car, which can be really annoying. So in a recovery situation anyway. You just got to be tall enough to reach it, but I've never found it to be an issue. As I said, awning has come off the Wrangler onto the Prado for the time being. It'll probably stay there. Yeah, look, I've had it for a couple of years now. It's never really had any major issues. The quality on it's good enough. You can't do pull-ups on it, but look, really, it's not why you buy an awning. It's not over-engineered. It's engineered well enough that it does the job and it doesn't break, basically. Not the best quality, but it gets the job done without any issues. Also, that's come off the Jeep is the NX. I found that, especially if it was just like me and the boys, I was never using it. So NX is now on the Prado. It'll stay there for the foreseeable future. It doesn't get used that much anyway, but yeah, when you do need it, it is handy for it actually being there. Now in the back, nothing's done yet really. So we've got the fridge in here, but we're just kind of running with like a bit of a compromise with ice bricks and setting the fridge to cold just to keep or maintain the fridge cold over a few days, and that's worked for us pretty well. There will be a dual battery system going in. There will be a drawer system going in, but the trick is with it is it's not going to be like a big extravagant build, as I've said in the past. It needs to have that two-purpose. It's got to be that daily driver. It's got to be able to carry Jane's all her stuff for her shop. So boxes in the back and things like that, but also be a comfortable camper. So it's going to be, look, it's not going to be heaps different to other builds, but there'll be just some considerations in there that suit us, and I think would actually be practical for most people who, just more realistic, basically. One last thing, just inside the car here, we've got the obligatory Kaon shelf in the top, which it's good for holding those lighter things. Got to make sure you put things up there that don't rattle and carry on. So yeah, that's a handy thing to have. I've got the same thing in Jeep, love it. And the Kaon table. Oh, look at that. Its milk's busted. Kaon table, it's got these spice racks. If I'm honest, we're still looking for a good use for those things. You've got to have things in there that will fit in there nicely, and they're not really that generic. And yeah, so we'll find a use for that, but give it some time. We've also got this basin that connects to the end. I don't have it with me at the moment, it's out the backyard, but yeah, that disconnects to the end. That's available from Kaon as well. And that's pretty much it for the 150 build so far, like stage one. So it's just so we can go and camp and not have to worry about popping tyres and things like that, and being able to cover. So it's just absolute bare minimum I think you need sort of to go camping. Like actually, well, not bare minimum, but just common sense minimum if you're going to do the camping that we do. So a little bit of off-road with this thing, nothing too serious. That's what the Jeep's for. But good long range, reliable tourer. Okay, so if you're still watching, thanks for watching the whole video. That really helps. Do us a favour, click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll stage two, what we're going to call stage two, is going to be coming up within the next month or so. So got a few things going on there, which yeah, pretty excited about.